Hello, my name is Abhishek Ghosh, and this is my project social web app, which is based on Google App Engine, Facebook's JavaScript SDK for authentication, and uses JSP on the front end and servlets as controllers on the back end. So I'll log out for now, and I'm right now into the Facebook Canvas app, and I'll just walk through the app and how it works. I'll show the different features. So right now as I'm logged out, I see the login message. If I refresh, I still see that. So I log in and I will be logging in with my Facebook account. And so it fetches the information, and once it fetches the information, it doesn't refresh immediately, but in a split second it does. So this is the home page. Once the user is logged in, they could see their all the tweets and the views on the page over here. The new tweet page has options to again see the existing tweets, and if you want to share a new message, so I have also set a character length of 120 characters, so you can it's kind of like Twitter and you cannot post more than that. So like I have three buttons right now. The post to Facebook posts this message to the user's timeline. So if you click that and see, you see the new message and see my app name right now. I could also send this, save this to the database or my data store, Google App Engines. And if I do that, I also get a feedback saying your tweet was successful and get a URL to it. So I can click that, and this is a single or the permalink page for the tweet. I can go back and see the new tweet there. I've sorted these tweets to be in the order of the highest views first, and then and in the descending order. Also, if I wish to send a tweet as a personal message, then I could do so by pressing send personal message. What this does is it first saves this tweet in the database, so we'll see that in a bit over here, and it also opens a pop-up there. So that's the tweet permalink page, and I will send this to myself. Let's do that, and let's see if I post it right now. I could go back and refresh. Let's go back to my Facebook wall, and I believe it should have been here, but yeah, I could also, this probably happens well from the web app. So if I go to new tweet and I wish to share this, this shares on my timeline, and let's see, I'll share this on my timeline for now. Share this, and we'll send this to only me and post this. So I believe if I go back now, yeah, there. So Facebook is kind of odd how it works within the Canvas app. So there's a single tweet, you can click on it and it'll show you the single tweet. Also, if you see that, I see the delete button right now. So, but if I am not logged in, If I'm not logged in, I don't see the delete button, or I don't see any pages. So to demonstrate that, I'll log out. It refreshes and it gives a nice message saying the session timed out or you're not logged in, and asks the user to return to the home page. So I will log in again. I will log in with a different account to show the views increasing and increasing. So I don't have any tweets right now. It has a nice message. Both accounts are same, so you see the name, and you could say new tweet from second account, and you can save this. Okay, that's new, but I could try and refresh and see. Yeah, save this, and I'll probably get a message there. Yeah, so I can go to top tweets, and so the top tweets page um, shows the tweets in order of the highest views first, and then the descending. So let's see. Yeah, this is from my other account, and it says thank you for viewing this tweet, and time again, like if I keep viewing this tweet, it does bring up the view back. And yes, and other thing that you could do is with your tweet is you could delete this tweet. So you can click on delete. It shows a confirmation message. It shows again a permalink, so you could go back there and come back. And one thing I've kept in mind is I don't increase the count if the owner of the tweet is currently logged in, so I can't go on increasing my own views on my tweets. Once I click delete, I can either go back, this cancels and goes back to my home page, or my new tweet page. Otherwise, I could just confirm, and this deletes the tweet from the database. And finally, the friends page are the ones which are posted by me or by my friends. So these are some of my friends who posted on my tweet, and I could always click on share and again share these on the timeline or as a personal message or however I choose. Yeah, so talking about the code, I have a controller for each action. So I have a tweet permalink controller which handles the permalink or a single view tweet, the top tweets page, the new tweet page, a logout page, a home page, a friends tweet page which shows all the friends tweets on my database, on my data store, and my delete tweet. Apart from that, I have all the JSP over here, and all my JavaScript dependencies over here. So as you see, as in my Facebook actions, I have Facebook share, post to wall, save to DB, send personal message, and I have a utility method too for doing that. And in the auth, I have check login state, Facebook logout to log out the user from Facebook, and fetch info is to fetch users info from using Facebook's Graph API. The init.js has the Facebook's init calls, so it has the init calls, and I will just show you some random code for now. I have done quite a bit of type checking and null pointer and exception checking in all my pages and controllers. So this is my page. I have a pretty complex architecture and a pretty complex way to send the tweets I want to on the friends page. So I have a array of objects which is array within it. So yes, that is there. And the new tweets controller, that is where I use the data source service, and then I get the user first, and then I go ahead and on the do post, that was a get request. So that is to show the currently logged in users tweets. So as you can see, I have a lot of if else there. And right now this one creates new entity. It sets properties of message, view, counter, user ID, who is the logged in user and the author of the tweet, and posted by saves the name of the user too. Finally, ds.put saves the tweet, and from there on I send. So all of this happens with a JSON or AJAX call. So I do send back JSON objects as responses to my AJAX calls. So if you look at my save to DB, I check if the length is 0, so users don't put empty messages. I get login status to check to get the Facebook ID of the user, and on the success, I show the user their the URL to the permalink page of the tweet. Uh, with Facebook share is the same one, and post to wall is also the same. I'd like to show you send PM. So if you look at send PM, personal message, that is, I do a Facebook AJAX call to post, and I send in user ID and tweet message there. And if the user is not logged in, I log in them, and then send a JSON or an AJAX, do a JSON data to through a AJAX call. So I have a lot of utility methods besides that, and that is there. And I'd like to go over and show you my App Engine data store. So this is my data store right now, and I'll just refresh it. So I have maxed out on my IDs, so I've used my alternate ID as means of creating the new project ID. You can see that at the bottom of my screen too over here, that I have that same ID. Besides that, so these are my App Engine analytics that you could see, and these are the indexes that I have to sort the user by ID and the view counter, and it is already deployed and is serving well. If I go to entities, I can look at the sessions that I have. More importantly, these are the tweets that I have. So I have the views there. I save the tweet ID, the user ID, and similarly users. You can see I have different users saved with all their information there. Besides that, let me see if I can pull up any other analytics. Tweet, yeah. Analytics. Okay. So besides that, let me see if I can show you my Facebook settings. So this is my Facebook settings, and this is my Facebook Canvas apps URL. This is my deployed URL, and I have added the instructor. Oh, okay. I'll have to log in again, as I logged in from a different account. So log out and log in. So I log in. Let's go to developers.facebook.com and to my social network app. So in the roles, I have added my few friends as testers, and I have added the instructor as a developer too. Um, as far as the settings go, this is my app ID, this is my deployed app, this is my Facebook Canvas apps URL, um, and so you can see on my dashboard my analytics over here. So this is the analytics that I see, and there's not enough data as for now, but yeah, you can see the login, and you can see a monthly and daily and how many people logged in on each day and how many active users were there. This is the API status by Facebook, and the average request time, which is pretty high at some points, but otherwise it was pretty quick. And I haven't made any rate limitings, and yeah, that is there. And I think that is it. um, I've also have this code on GitHub, and which I will be sharing a link to. So all the code to my Java files and JSP is there, and I have a nice description about my files and the links to the deployed app. And that is it. I'll be discussing more about the code and specific parts in the documentation that I submit. Thank you so much.